Hello, hello, and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic mid-game series. And today we're going to be focusing on our new city, Chibo. Right. If you didn't by now, consider subscribing, like all that stuff, you know. I wanted to say something. Oh, right, Mr. Moore. I mentioned in some previous episodes, I probably should do this a little bit more public or whatever, but I will be recording 4 times per week this game. I noticed a few times that nobody even noticed that the episode was missing, and mostly it was caused by me. I was the one who was causing the issue with the episodes not being on time. How do I see the line from here? Darn it. Here. Perfect. I will go and retire these vehicles because I don't think they're going to be needed anymore. I will just do this. Go home. Oh, you're the one. Here we go. There's only 2? Really? Wait a minute. What's this line again? No. No, because this line is firefighting line, I'm betting. Just let me check this real quickly. Darn it, I just removed the line. Yeah, that's the firefighters. I took the wrong line. Fine. We have 2 lines here. Let's see, which one is it? Weltirovsk, there we go. That is the one. Wait, again. This one. Why does it say only 1 bus there? Doesn't matter. 1 out of 3. Okay, that's the one. I need to retire these vehicles. We have a lot of vehicles that we retired. I need to reuse them. Here we go. The second one. There we go. And the third one. And... right, here we go. There we go. All 3 of you can go to storage area now. You're not needed anymore. We do have the heating being supplied by people. Building is without drinking water. This is what we're going to focus on the next, and this is going to be probably the only focus of our episode, getting these people here really happy. Well, obviously it's not going to be the only one. Why is there... Right. Okay. So what is the problem here? Yeah, this is becoming a little bit of an issue now. There's a lot of traffic happening here, so I need to play around with the semaphores. So let's see what we can do here. Oh, semaphores! Yay! Chib, if you're watching this, let's talk about semaphores. We're gonna cover real quickly. Well, I'm hoping it's going to be real quickly, but it's not going to be the last time we're covering this, and I totally understand that this is not something that it's easily understandable. I think it's like riding a bike. No, what did they say? There's this bicycle. It was in Dublin for a while. That is steering wheel is working in reverse. What does it mean? It means that if you spin or turn the steering wheel on the bike right, it goes left. It's just a mechanism changed like that. It was just for fun. It was some kind of a street thingy to make people laugh. The thing about that was that once you learned how to use the bicycle that has reverse gears, you cannot unlearn it. You literally forget how to ride a normal bike. So if you get used to driving or cycling with a steering wheel that turns right when you turn it left, and vice versa, it's gonna take you a while until you learn, until you adjust to the brain patterns, brain connection, something, and suddenly you just bam. You just learn how to do it, and that's it. This is what is with the railroad signals. I consider similar to be with the railroad signals. Railroad signals are just there. They're just there. Wait a minute. Here I can do Oh, actually, I think this is going to be... Is this going to be a problem? I think it will. I was thinking maybe I should put these over here. This is mixed semaphores. Yes. Okay, let's talk a little bit about mixed semaphore. Mr. Moore first. I'm going to be recording only 4 times per week this Workers and Resources. I will be recording other games, but also I am in the process of testing the Cosmonaut mode and seeing how we can start like extremely difficult, you know, with very few resources and stuff. We'll see. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but I'm still in the phase of testing, and hopefully it's gonna be all fine. So for the next week or so, I will be releasing 4 episodes per day. 4 episodes per week. Plus, it's gonna be about Monday and probably some other games that I'm gonna release in the meantime. But I wanted to cover, So if I'm not releasing any episodes on Wednesdays and Fridays, just a heads up. That's not gonna last for long. I love playing this game and other games, so I wanna fill that time slot as soon as possible. But railroads. So there's only Oolykee. Oolykee is an interesting fellow. Oolykee is gonna tell you something that is extremely simple. This is the rule that I consider, if I'm wrong, correct me in the comment section, that you just need to apply to every single railroad intersection that you have. You need to understand that, by the way, that this is not active intersection. This was just for construction purposes, and I think it's done. Actually, not really. Why is this not done? Interesting. Can you done it? It can. For some reason, it says that. I don't know. Let's do it. Right. So about the intersections, the only rule that I understand is the most simple way it is. You can do it. The chain semaphores goes towards the intersection, normal semaphores goes towards the elsewhere. That's it. Out of the intersection. Period. That's it. Nothing. There's no more rules. As far as I understand, I'm gonna try to complicate it or simplify it or something it. I'm gonna try to set up this intersection over here in the same manner like I just said, just those 2 rules. And by the way, this is gonna be using the mixed signals, and mixed signals are this. Mixed signals you use when there's an end station or an end station for a train. It can be pass station, but your train is gonna turn around in the same in place and start going in the opposite direction. But in order for simplify this, let's try to do it like this. This is the end station, and trains need to turn around in the opposite direction. You can use 3 types of semaphores. 2 types of mixed. No, 3 types of mixed semaphores. That will be the straight mixed semaphores, the chain mixed semaphores, and then you can have mixed semaphores. Mixed semaphores. So that will be. Maybe I should have named it bidirectional semaphores, but you have normal bidirectional semaphores, you have chain bidirectional semaphores, and mixed. How do you set up your mixed semaphores? Follow the rule that Oolykee said, put the ones towards the intersection, chain towards intersection, normal towards in there. I think it's kind of understood. I'm going to repeat this one more time. Chain semaphores go towards the intersection, the normal ones go out. Why the chain goes towards the intersection is because this semaphore says do not enter the first segment if the second segment is not free. Why is that? To clear the intersection straight away. So train will only enter this intersection if it can clear it straight away, so it doesn't block trains going in the other directions. Why is there a straight semaphore here? Because the train entering the previous segment needs to enter this segment if it's free. Why? To clear it. Get out of there. Get out of here as soon as possible. The same goes for the long segments. It's kind of self-explanatory. Why do we have multiple long segments? Why do we have these segments that are separated by semaphores all the time? It's because the game mechanics. Game mechanics tells you that if the next segment is not free, and imagine that this is one long segment all the way to the next intersection, if the next segment is not free, your train will not be able to enter this. So this whole route from here to the border, if there were no semaphores over here, would be able to be used by only one train. And that's a bad thing. You need as many trains as possible to use this railroad. That's why we have these constant interruptions or semaphores, just so these segments are populated as fast, or even more important, the previous segment to be cleared as soon as possible. You see this green? More these greens you have, the better. So you can put even more semaphores than here. Then we put here, it would be faster for the trains to clear everything, but unfortunately that will take a long time, and I don't want to focus on that too much. So this is just, I will probably go on with Cheap and you guys on the Discord server on this remote session, and try to explain on your own videos or your own maps, about this, what I know, not explaining, but just tell you what I know, and hopefully that's going to be helpful for you to understand better railroads, and maybe hopefully in the future even explain the railroads to me. Okay, now it's night. Let's speed through the night. Again, this is not explanation and tutorial. This is just me giving you, hey, this is how it works, and expecting you to understand everything after me talking about it for 3 minutes. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go with you guys, whoever is interested. Whenever you're interested, I'm gonna try to demonstrate this in a call, in a hangout, in a coffee time, on the weekends, on wherever guys are free. Ping me on the Discord. I'll find time if anybody needs just to soak up my knowledge. Soak up my knowledge. Let's go like that. And yeah, anyway, it's still dark outside. Oolykee, it's 7:15 when I'm recording this, and I wanted to focus on this city now. I'm gonna do a time lapse. It's gonna be the same 5-ish minutes. There's a lot of work to be done around here, so I'm gonna finish some projects that we already started. You can see that the train is already built. We can have a train over here. We have a big storage, so I'm gonna set up the train, and also I think in the other cities I'm gonna go and set up the distribution of the food and clothing, but my main focus is gonna be Chibovo and populate it as much as we can. That's it. See you in 5-ish minutes. Right. One thing I didn't do in the beginning of this episode was address the comment section, and yeah, you guys had a really good comments. Old Gala liking the new city concept, giving some ideas for the next city. Yeah, I think like it's not really important. Like city can have 1,000, 2,000 people. As long as you make it look nice, Mr. Dennis, if you're watching this, that's the only thing that is important. Form over function. As long as it looks nice, that's fine. You can limit the amount of workers working here. You can. It doesn't have to be functional, form over function. It doesn't have to be fully functional, but as long as it looks nice, it's great. You can even have a city for the sake of having a city population that only works as administration for running the city itself. This is not going to be the case. We gotta have functionality of the city. Is gonna be nuclear reprocessing plant, which segues towards Copti. Yes, nuclear reprocessing is great, a little cheaty, but very good. Shush there, you heard me? Shush. No, we don't say the C word here. Cheating. It's not cheating. Nuclear reprocessing. It's expensive, but also it should be in the game. If it's cheaty, it should be tweaked. Maybe I should tweak it for it to consume more chemicals, but or other stuff that we need, like let's say steel, concrete. We can make the nuclear reprocessing require concrete. No, concrete would be storage, and we don't want to store it. It's reprocessing, like concrete, like put this nuclear like rods. You spend nuclear fuel into the concrete casing and lead casing. We can role play the aluminum to be it, but anyway, we have options for that. No cheaty. We don't say the C word on this channel. Kidding. Pickled Babushka loved the new city, bridges, canals, square, uniform blocks and buildings by Robs. Yeah, by Robs we'll see, because there's gonna be a panelkas. We'll have panel buildings. You know what, you just reminded me, sorry, I didn't even think of this, but I was thinking like, I have so many mods, how am I supposed to find it? And then I remember that if we have residential over here, I think some of the mods, some of the mods are not seen there, so I can probably find them here. Let me just see if I can find Panelki. I haven't used them in a while, and could be that they're not showing there, because that wouldn't be the first time that 3 division. I know this is probably due to modder that they have to do something. Wow, I need to remove these mods, they're taking a lot of space. I'm not using them. No, I can't seem to find them. I could have unsubscribed from it, it could be my fault, but I will check if I have those panel buildings. But again, I'm not really sure that it's something that I 100% want. I think they're the most similar to Pripyat ones. Also, we can go for these brick ones, are nice. Here we have these, for example, panel houses that we spoke about last time, but they don't look like the Pripyat buildings. All of you fans of Stalker should know how they look. Brick houses, all of those that even look like the something from there, looks like they're brick houses. But again, it doesn't really matter. I will be putting something nice over here, so it won't be a big deal. Okay, Cheap said that, Mr. Moore said Mormons could set up a military academy to give orphans something to do. Child soldiers are very misunderstood, in my opinion. Laughing my ass off. Right, so we have, yes, university for the let's see, university, I think. Mr. Moore, what do you think about this? We have the Oolykee skin for the Ministry of Interior. That would be Chris's mod. That has like Oolykee's face on it. This is Che Guevara here, but Chris made Oolykee's face. Would that be, even though it's Ministry of Internal Affairs, could be roleplay that this is a military college, or should we go for something else? I don't really mind. We have even military colleges per se, I believe. I'm not sure if I'm still subscribed to them. There was this Slovak, I think, military university. House that less letters, definitely not. Headquarters of the communist. Wow, no. Main university. Yeah, there is options. Central Committee of Union of Communists. This is a really nice building. It's a big complex. Yeah, maybe I can even go with this. This is from the Equinox Nova. And then we have a couple of ropes, this one mostly. Leningradskaya Komnata. I have no idea what this is. Leningrad Comintern or something. But anyway, something regarding something. Construction, we need footpaths for these. This is easy. Oolykee is gonna go and just take the footpath construction office and assign it to everything under the sun. I'll leave this one for now. It's gonna take a while for them to finish it, but they can at least start on these projects. Anyway, continuing on, Chib is loving the second city. Need a monument for those paid the ultimate sacrifice. Right, sorry about that. I totally forgot to put this one in. Yes, this is something that reminds me of the story. I relate it to Chelyabinsk, but it might not be Chelyabinsk in this case. Could be though. People who went there to build a city, they were building steel mills while they were living in the wooden houses, and then the same people who were living in wooden houses were building their own apartments. And then when they're they were constructing their own apartment buildings while living in the wooden huts, and then they constructed their own apartment buildings, and at the same time while they were constructing their after they constructed their apartment buildings, they were working on their they were working on the steel mill, and then after the steel mill they actually worked on the steel mill itself. Or was it a steel mill first and then working and constructing apartments on the side? But anyway, these are the pioneers of this area of settling Chibovo, and they definitely deserve a monument. Let's go for a nice monument for them. Hammer and sickle. I don't like this one with the Soviet emblem because it's just blocking the view. I like hammer and sickle just because it's more like transparent, because there's a structure, you know, so you can see it through the structure a bit. But let's see. We can go ultimately. I know a lot. I can go. I know that some of you guys even watching this are having a controversial feelings about this, but I like to touch the nerve from time to time and just put our Joseph Stalin here and there. So Joseph Stalin for now. It's gonna be the first monument. This is not the in the honor of fallen. This is just a provocation for everybody who doesn't have thick enough skin. It's gonna develop. It's gonna get there. And then we can go for a nice monument, Kiev Independence Monument, for example. This is not bad. We can do this one in the middle of the city. There we go. Something like this wouldn't be the worst. Yeah, sure, let's go like this. What is the influence of this? Why is it so far after the mods? Oh, because it's treated as a mod. Kiev Independence and Taras Shevchenko Monument. Yes, thank you, Pickle Babushka. She explained who Taras Shevchenko was, the father of the Ukrainian language, or probably the guy who formed the language and officialized it, but father of the Ukrainian language. Thank you for teaching Oolykee about this, and yeah, thanks guys. Right, miner. Oh, miner is definitely gonna be a needed thing here, because this is gonna be a mining city, more so than well, where can I put it? I can put it next to the school. That could be mining school. Let's do it like this. There we go. Couple of monuments around the city. That should be decent. Okay, so Mr. Moore said my thought on the Marian church was to build a church complex somewhere central with a public transport going there. Okay, so Mr. Moore wanted us to have like a pilgrimage, religious pilgrimage. I don't think that fits in the whole Soviet theme, which I already built a few times. It's not about the pilgrimage, it's also about the filling the people's needs. So technically, if you build if you build churches in your city, for let's say this Shefrakudin's White Mosque, people will go there and they will fill their religious needs. Now, if you don't do this, if you try to make people use public transport to go and seek religious whatever, you can do that, but you're gonna literally be creating pilgrimage trains, pilgrimage buses and trams, whatever you're using. people are just gonna go all over the place just for their religious needs, and I really don't want to do that. I don't want to, you know, I'm not so for these big religious events, and to build infrastructure, Soviet infrastructure, in order to fill people's religious needs is not something that I'm really interested in doing at the moment. Maybe, I don't know. Well, let me know in the comment sections what you guys need about this. What do you think about this? We did it in Alaskan series where we had this sports complex. I think it acts as a church as well. Was it this one? Yeah, I think it was this one. Dvorec Sporta Jonost. This is the Crisis, I believe, mod that also acts as a church, or at least fills their religious needs. And then we had in Alaskan series we had trains going there. Right. So what do you think about these religious trains, guys? Right, we have another one. Is actually, I read somewhere that the recycling technology being developed that can turn plastic back into crude oil. That would be amazing. Imagine if you can revert all plastic waste into crude, then fuel used carbon-free, like carbon capture atmosphere, and turn carbon into fertilizer, graphene, and other stuff. We have not even scratched the surface of recycling yet. Vermont, where I live, is the organic. We have organic bureaus for people where they're put a body in a burlap bag and bury it underneath the root ball of a tree to fertilize the tree. Yeah, this is interesting. For ages. Yes, so this is interesting. I am not sure what I think about the burial things. Like I heard in Sweden they cremate people and then use the heat to heat the homes, like local crematorium, which is also interesting thing. I don't have anything against pro or against the burials itself, but you know, composting, recycling people, it kind of makes me feel slightly uncomfortable, but I think it's just my little monkey brain that still, you know, should I be eating food that is being fertilized by the dead bodies? Like, you know, when the cannibalism starts and when not. I'm pretty sure that this is not cannibalism, but you know what I mean, like you're still consuming something that yeah, exactly. So regarding this, I am not sure what I feel about this. I just think that I myself need to adapt to this, and I need to do, you know, whoa, there's a lot of convoy of trucks. That I need to address this in my head, and it's gonna be all fine. I'm pretty sure that some of these buildings now have the... Let's go 20 over here, and I'm gonna give them 20 over here because I'm pretty sure we're getting... Yeah, we have 130 people waiting for... whoa, F3, we need G. There we go. So regarding the recycling of the deceased people, I'm not sure what to think about that. Cremation is something that Oolykee is like... It's gonna be 40 years old in 2 months, less than 2 months. I gave it a thought how I like to... Cremation is fine with me, you know, it doesn't... I don't like the fact of graveyards where you have to pay for the maintenance long after you're dead. You still have to pay. Usually where I come from, it's local church that collects that money, and Oolykee and church don't see eye to eye. But anyway, in my opinion, like, cremation is fine. And regarding this recycling technology, but we can talk about this as well. Let's talk about that on this channel. This is something that everybody's gonna like. I'm kidding. So regarding recycling plastics and recycling other materials, I think that's a great idea. Even now, I'm watching Expanse 5th time all over again, and a lot of their thing there, they have this. They also recycle dead bodies as well there in the belt, in the space. You know, usually they don't. You can be spaced, but also you can, you know, be recycled, composted. But anyway, recycling of the materials, I think this is the future, and we should be improving on this recycling metals. And yes, there's a recycling DLC coming as well. I'm gonna make a video about that. It's probably gonna be today. So what I wanted to say is recycling needs to be perfected, and we should be recycling most of our materials. As the population grows, of course, we're gonna have to mine more to use more, but if we recycle 99% of everything that we waste, that would be so much shrink the mining industry, which can be destructive to the nature, almost always is, but we can limit that. But you know, you need uranium for those uranium power plants, uranium heating plants, because you know, your nuclear is the future. First fission, then fusion. Looks like the Chibovo is progressing greatly because all of these buildings are just ready to be finished. I am slowly gonna let them. Wow, look at all of them. I don't even know where they're going, these cement mixers. I think this is going to be nicely busy area. Let's see. A medical university. Wow. Okay. Let's limit you guys working there, because I don't want you going to work there. You need to finish residential homes. We still have 147 people waiting for homes. So that means even one building, yeah, it's going to be barely enough. But we're constructing 2 plus these 3, I think. They're gonna be done shortly. All the materials delivered, and we just start plonk, and then people start coming in, and then cranes are delivered, and we finish the residential buildings. Anyway, that's it. We're gonna leave it here. Chibovo is progressing nicely. I'm gonna do everything to make our people happy. This is always my utmost priority. So if you have any suggestions, just hit the comment section. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring, and comment section, hit it. And if you want to support the channel, you have the description of the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye bye.